Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Daily Drive and our final episode for this week. Today we're continuing our study of the Gospel of Mark by diving into Jesus' final words to his disciples in Mark 16. After he's resurrected from the dead, Jesus tells his disciples to go into all the world and preach the gospel to all creation. For whoever believes and is baptized will be saved, but whoever does not believe will be condemned. So far this week, we've seen the gospel is good news, and the good news of Jesus is something that's for other people, not just for us. Yesterday, we zoomed into one word that Jesus mentioned in this passage. That word was go. And today, we're going to wrap it up by looking at some other words Jesus said in this passage, and those words are preach the gospel. If we're going to share the good news of Jesus with people, we have to verbally share it with them. We have to use our words. There's a popular theologian in church history named St. Francis of Assisi, and he's famous for this saying, "Preach the gospel at all times and use words when necessary." Now, I mean this with all respect, but that's terrible advice, okay? Yes, our actions should reflect Jesus. Yes, we should live in a way that points people to Jesus. But holding open the door for someone at a gas station, being polite, or saying God bless you when someone sneezes isn't enough. The gospel is a message, and that message needs to be spoken. People can see your kindness, but they don't know why you're different until you tell them about Jesus. If you're wondering where to start with this today, I always recommend starting by sharing your own story of life change, your testimony with people. Tell people what Jesus has done for you and how he can do the same for them as they place their faith in him. And so here's your challenge as we wrap up this week. I want you to find one person you can share the good news of Jesus with verbally. It doesn't have to be a sermon. It doesn't have to be a long discourse, but it does have to be you verbally sharing with them what Jesus has done for you and what Jesus can do for them. This is the good news he wants us to share with people as we go to them. I want to thank you for riding along with me on this week's Daily Drive. And I pray that as we now know Jesus a little better, that we would live like him a little more.